Welcome to another episode of
Rey and Nev.
And
today we only have 15 minutes. We have to make this as quick as possible.
So let's go into yesterday.
Yeah.
We missed the episode.
Yesterday
you were away.
We missed the episode. I was away. I'm not taking 100% of the blame. Ray was also away.
Yes, we both were away.
A huge event, a big event.
Humongous event.
Actually in Daytona. But I'm sorry, I had to leave you guys because I had to go see Deion Sanders. I had to see Eric Thomas. I had to go see Patrick Bet-David, Matt Sapala. Unfortunately, I'm not saying they're more important than you guys, but they were more important than you guys.
Damn, he went there. He went there. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why did you go to this event?
Honestly, initially I went because someone told me I needed to be there.
Okay.
Not that they were forcing me to be there. They said I needed to hear the message. I was going to be there. I'm always the type of person that I don't need motivation.
Yep.
I have discipline. I don't need motivation.
Awesome.
I get there, and I promise you, it was the most motivating thing I've been to in years. I don't go to motivational events.
Right, it was fire. I think the energy in the room was bananas.
It was
bananas.
It was unmatched. It's something that really I can't describe. I can't explain it, and I'm not going to try to. I invited a lot of people out to it. Unfortunately, all of them weren't able to come. We were able to. About 8 people came with us, which thank you for coming. And when I asked them about it, they said the same thing. Only one thing. What's next?
Yes.
What do we do next?
This is the crazy part about that. We went to this event as to me when I was telling everyone to come with me to come to this event. I was saying, listen, this is great sales training for us as real estate agents. And I don't know if you agree or not, but we got way more than that.
Yes.
More than that at this event. It was an amazing event.
I did go there for sales training. I thought, okay, this is going to be really good for my business. But then also it gave me a lot of value that I can add to my clients' life. Things that I wasn't telling them, things I didn't know to tell them.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. The one guy we forgot to mention that was there, because not everybody knows who this guy is, but look him up, Tom Hegna.
If you get a chance to look him up.
I'm telling you, one of the things that he said, and I'll never forget the story about the lady that
I'm a millionaire. Died. My husband died. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, he was making $250,000. So the guy was making $250,000 a year, and he didn't buy enough life insurance for himself, and he died in an accident. And she comes to me with Tom, and she says, "I'm a millionaire. I just got $1 million." And she goes, and he broke it down to her.
Yeah.
And he says, "No, you got to learn how to live on $37,000."
Because for now until she passes, she only had $37,000 a year to spend to make that $1 million last.
That's the way. That's based on a $1 million income. Yeah. Meaning that's the lifestyle she had to live. Now, mind you, they were living on a $250,000 a year lifestyle.
Yep.
So the fact that he didn't have enough insurance on him. Now, he did mention how much insurance you should have based on the amount. So it's $50,000 for every $50,000.
You should have $1 million
on yourself.
So if you were to pass away and you stretch out the lump sum, they would have had $5 million to stretch across the however long she was going to live for.
Yeah,
and that would have equaled out to around $200,000 that she gets per year.
So she could have continued to live her lifestyle, and she just had a rude awakening in the way that he was explaining it made sense. So when you look at that and the value that we bring to our clients in the sense that, hey, we're here, we're going to sell you a home.
Yeah.
But we need to get them in touch with our agent to make sure that they not only get the home, but now they're protected.
That exactly. It's something I say the only way I really know how to express it is you're buying a home for a reason.
Yeah. To
start a legacy, especially if you are like me, a first generation American.
Yep.
You don't really have a lot of anything that was passed down to you in America.
Yeah. So
you're buying this home to start as a legacy for your family. Now, if you were to pass away a year from now,
what legacy did you leave behind?
What did you leave behind? You left behind struggle.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us are leaving behind struggle. That's not fair.
And it's horrible because what people don't, you pass, so you don't see what the pain and the struggle that you're putting on your family.
Yeah.
I mean, how many, like me and my wife were talking about this on the way back from the event. By the way, she was pumped up.
Was she?
So yeah, she was pumped up. So she turned around and said to me, she goes, "You know how many GoFundMe accounts I've seen this week alone for people that pass away and just didn't have a plan. We never plan for death, but guess what? It's coming, right?
It's coming.
And it's one of the hardest subjects for people to talk about, but it's a logical subject, because eventually, he said another thing too that made sense. He says, one thing is that the insurance companies know for sure, 50% of this room is going to die. 50% of this room is going to die and have life insurance, and 50% of it is not. But all 100% are going to die.
Yep.
And they're going to know, based on obviously stats and data, which 50% are, insurance companies are smarter, and they're going to know which 50% are going to die. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At a certain age time, and how many 50% are going to die later on in life. And it really was an eye opener for me. It was great sales training too, because he was very, very simplistic when he taught it.
It was super simple, but I don't want to drag this episode down.
No,
we just came back super pumped, a lot of energy, but this is just a reality that he did paint for us, that he knows that everybody's going to come across. But let's not focus too much on death, right?
No.
But the event as a total was amazing. The people that came with us, they were able to speak with actually listen to Deion Sanders. What's the takeaway you got from Deion Sanders?
To me, it was the kids, man. The way he raised his kids was phenomenal. The fact that here's a wealthy, African American that came up from nothing, built a legacy, and is building an amazing legacy for himself. Coach Sanders now. Yep. And
Prime.
Coach Prime, and he changed the name from Prime Time to Prime. I'm mad at him for it, but when he did it, he was talking about how he took his kids back to the inner city and made them play in those sports, made them go to those schools, because he wanted to make sure that they understood how, he grew up, and we tend to forget about that, because I know where I grew up, and, that's usually, but that's what I took away. The fact that he taught his kids, you got to work for it.
Yeah.
You got to work for it. That was one of the biggest things I took away. His marketing genius.
Yeah. He focuses. He doesn't focus on the player. He focuses on their family. Yeah. He focuses on their lifestyle.
Yeah.
What do they want? What does the family need?
Yeah. And when he was like, he got the number one recruit in the country to go to Jackson State.
Yeah.
And when he did that, he didn't do that by offering the money. He did it by saying, "Listen, you come here, your child's going to become a man. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have worth and value in this world."
Yeah.
And that was one of the biggest takeaways that I took from him. He's a man of character. He's a man of, high character, high standards. And he doesn't play.
Yep.
And I admire that in him.
What about E.T.? Eric Thomas.
E.T. was on a whole different level to me, man. E.T. was out there. He was just.
I want to tell y'all what I got.
What was your takeaway on E.T.? Let's go there.
My takeaway from E.T. is, honestly, you can't fail if you're walking in your blessing.
Oh, that was one.
Nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
There's nothing blocking you. There's not a lot of traffic because it's your lane.
Yeah.
Only time you're gonna come across traffic is when you're stepping out of your lane, doing something that you don't need to be doing.
Correct.
Honestly, within that right there was all he needed to say. That's all he needed to say, and I was sold on it.
He said, "You stay in your lane, God will take care of the rest. He'll make sure he'll get the obstacles out your way. You just keep going." He said that when he was talking, they offered him a job where he wouldn't be able to speak anymore. He was like, "Nah, I'm good. This is what I'm supposed to do." Yeah. And he's said that before in videos I've heard, but to hear it in person, to hear it from him telling it from the story aspect of him being in front of me and telling the story and talking about how his wife was an alpha man, that was awesome. Like, she ran the house, made him the man that he is. That was amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was all of them were amazing. What's your biggest regret?
Not going to the Rolex, to be honest. No, I'm just joking. My biggest regret.
He's talking about the Rolex Club at Daytona 500,
which by the way, he was at. Without me.
Amazing.
And he had a good time, probably.
Just as good as he thought it was.
Don't. Why do you keep? Talking
to the people there was amazing.
Just keep throwing salt on the wound.
Each person was like talking to another guest speaker. It was amazing.
It was amazing. I saw the photos with you and Matt. So
yep.
Two photos.
Yeah, Matt. Yep.
So Matt, shout out to you, man. You're doing big things. And
yes, sir.
Super, super honored to have met you. Obviously, being at the event, I didn't meet you personally, but hopefully I will soon. But Patrick Bet-David too. Patrick Bet-David had an amazing story too. I like the story about Joe Burrows. That shows
definitely.
And here goes for the hate. I know. I'm a hater.
Don't do it.
I'm a hater.
Don't do it.
But if you want to see what a defeatist attitude looks like, go watch the post-game interview with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You want to see what defeatist attitude looks like? You want to see what you want to run from? That's the interview you want to run from. Saying the answers that he gave there lets you know that he's about to hang up the shoes. Just so y'all know. That's my take.
I'm not going to say anything about that. I don't disagree. But so what is your expectations moving forward?
I think that next big event that I'm invited to like that, I definitely want to make sure I bring.
What's the next one?
I'm
asking like I don't know the next one is freaking MGM in Las Vegas.
MGM, bro.
Yeah.
That's freaking ridiculous.
I from what I've heard about it, it's going to make this one look like a joke.
Yeah.
It's going to make this one look like it was something small that was happening in a conference.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, how did you feel about the culture of that company, like the things that they did? The way they compete against each other, but they love each other.
I loved it.
I
love the energy. I definitely love the energy. It pushes you to not be able to hide.
Yeah.
Not being able to hide from your goals. Because you put your goals out there and everybody around you is going to come to you and say, hey, I thought you said you were going to do this.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, you get put on the spot.
and now you're looking silly because you didn't do it. And the only person to blame would be yourself. I like the way that they are keeping each other accountable. It was amazing within itself. And I really do look forward to seeing at the next big event. And I really do
This is bigger.
Yeah, the next one. I want everybody I invite to actually come out. And I'm so confident that you're not going to want to miss it, that I already have your tickets for you. You just need to reach out to us.
This is the problem.
Get your ticket.
This is the problem, guys. We were only able to secure at this ticket price. We're only able to secure 10 tickets. 10 tickets. Now,
don't listen to him. Look,
are you going to get more?
Stop talking. If you need a ticket, let me know, and I will get you a ticket. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to chase you down like, hey, you should come to this. If you miss it, that's on you. Stay a loser. But
I agree. Listen.
Because what the reason, and I don't want to say that like I'm trying to be disrespectful. Stay a loser.
No, absolutely.
I'm saying that because I know that the people who came with us were winners.
Yep.
The people who came with us were top producers within La Rosa already.
Yeah. And
they left there only asking one question. What's next?
That's
what
crazy.
More can I do?
That's crazy. We didn't have to say anything.
Meanwhile, there were people who aren't top producers who were too busy to come.
Yeah. What are you too busy not to come to? What were you doing? Not writing contracts?
And that's basically it. And I brought that same energy back to this office today.
You need to stop. You're killing people out here.
Today. So when I walked in.
We will not tell you. We will not tell you what he did. But I am telling you, he sparked up the place.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I have 4 people that won't even talk to me right now. Unless they talk about how many more homes they're going to sell than me.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
And they're not going to talk to me.
All they want to talk is numbers. But they can talk numbers because I don't care about how many homes I sell. My only concern is how many families can I help?
Yep.
How many families can I help to secure their future?
Yeah, 100%. So with that being said, our time is cut short because we have to go to another meeting. But we want to let you know if you are interested in going to Vegas, I am telling you it is phenomenal. I am going to be putting a link on the bio down below in the comments for you to watch what last year's event in MGM was like. And I just want you to come out. I'm not going to force you to come out. I'm not going to chase you down to come out. Neither is Neville. But I promise you, if you don't, it's probably going to be one of the biggest regrets of your life. Because what we saw this past 3 days, bar none, one of the best events I've ever been to. And I went to the Vault. And this was bigger and better than the Vault. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you
like and subscribe.
Down at the bottom. Love to see you there. Reach out to us, DM us, do whatever you need to do so we can reach out to you and get you your ticket. Neville's already saying he's going to get you your ticket. I only was told I can only give 10.
He only secured 10.
If Neville secured 100, that's on him. Neville's trying to do it big this year. So he wants to help as many families as he can. and he's trying to do that for you. So that being said,